the next hour or so with you. And I think you will be seeing a whole lot of value because today is all about marketing domination webinar. And if you are here, you are most likely an entrepreneur. You are most likely someone who's building a business, a brand, cultivating a movement, if you will. And the purpose of us providing this information is to solve one of two issues. One, you have a lot of talent, a lot of skills, but you just don't have visibility. In other words, you're lacking the audience, right? No one sees you, no one hears you, no one knows. It's not your fault. You don't know what you don't know because the world that we are living in is always and forever evolving with technology, AI, and so much more. The second piece to it, you may have the ability to connect with people, but you may not have the right tools that may be creating that fear of missing out, that may be creating the motivating factor for somebody to close. My name is Ali Madawi, and not only I am your host with the Avocado Toast, one of your presenters, and definitely your partner in here as the president of Trip Valley. I will be mentoring, working, assisting, and collaborating with you to create the best system possible for you to have the resources and the answers. So if you are in here for the very first time, let us know in the chat where you're chiming in from. What business or industry are you involved with? That's okay. You can tell us if you're a realtor, if you're an insurance agent, if you are an author, a speaker, whatever your trade is. This is okay. This is where we create a community and connect because we too are entrepreneurs and we want to collaborate with you. So my first portion of this evening is to work with you a little bit on all things digital marketing and social media, understanding how they both coexist and correlate. Now, why should you listen to me? Well, I'm going to brag about myself a little bit. My mama said you did all right, so you can tell them a little bit about yourself. First and foremost, I've had the privilege and the opportunity to develop businesses for the last 15 years, whether it was online businesses or brick and mortar. I've done both of the sides of things. I've also had the opportunity to consult, to collaborate, to co-create with other companies, opportunities, and organizations. We've done a collective $2 billion of sales over the last 15 going on 16 years with 5 different international organizations. And I personally have had the privilege not only to do on average 50 plus conferences or speaking engagements per year, whether it's online or on stages, but I've done it in 5 different international languages and all over the world. I've written a couple of books that did very, very well. They were my very best business cards because not only it went viral and it got that best-selling status that everybody wants to have, which really doesn't mean anything. You can go bestseller for a minute with 100 books and you're now a best-selling author. But it was a great tool that I've used to incentivize people, and we're going to talk a lot about that word, incentivizing people to do business with us. I went on to become a TEDx speaker. I went on to my last consulting gig, I guess, if you want to call it, that I had with a company, still in a relationship with them. When we started, they were doing about $125,000 a month. Today, they do a little over $1.1 million a month of business. Now, I share all of this stuff to let you know, please pay attention and take some notes because I'm going to give you complimentary information right here, right now, that I know for a fact it worked for me. Why is this relevant? Because you're talking to a kid who was homeless once upon a time for 3 years in a third world country. You're talking to a kid who was a busboy and a dishwasher in a restaurant just 21 years ago saying me no English. So if I could do all the things that I just shared with you, I think you could do a whole lot better than me. So please, please, please take notes, pay attention, and let's go ahead and have some fun. So with your permission, I'd like to share some of my slides so we can get this party started. So here we go. All right, can I get a thumbs up if you can see my slides, please, and thank you. Thumbs up if you can see my slides. All right, let's go ahead and have some fun. So let's talk about the concept here of the digital marketer. My question to you is simple. Are you a digital marketer? This is an easy and a hard question because it's easy because many times we tend to say, no, I'm not a digital marketer because you think you're not good at it. And many times others assume they know everything about digital marketing. The reality is this. Have you ever posted something on social media ever? Last year, last night, a minute ago, have you ever posted? If you said yes, congratulations, you are a digital marketer. Let me explain a little bit and go further on this concept. See, there is a strategy that you can leverage and utilize and understand exactly how to make that skill or talent much better. First and foremost, let's talk about the strategy. What do you actually want to accomplish? There's an acronym that we learn I learned personally from this young lady by the name of Chef Katrina. She loves bacon. She's a real chef and she's a heck of a digital marketer. And she talks about this acronym of SMART. Specific, that means your goal needs to be measurable. That means we need to know what is the unit of measurement of that milestone. Attainable, don't say I'm going to go from 0 to 1 million followers. Relevant, it has to have an emotional impact, a reason why, if you will. And it's got to be time-based. Yeah, I want to make $1 million, but I don't want to make it in 30 years from now. I want to make it in the next 12 calendar months or lesser than now, right? Now let's talk about tactic. See, whether you are blogging, and there are many of ways that you can become a blogger. By the way, wordpress.com/blog, free platform. You can become a blogger immediately. Very, very easy to use, and easy friendly, a beginner user-friendly platform. Facebook, whether it's live, groups, ads, or organic, 100% simple and ready to go for you. LinkedIn, if you are using it, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, podcasting. Podcasting is the easiest way to start becoming a digital marketer. If you ever wanted to become a podcaster, anchor.com, that is anchor.com. It does it all for you. It does the distribution for you. You just need a good microphone, record and upload. Congratulations. MeWe, Clubhouse, Gab, WhatsApp, and I can go on and on and on and on and on. If you exist anywhere in the digital world in any format, whether it's written, whether it's video, whether it's pictures, whether it's audio only, it all leads to you becoming or being a digital marketer. So congratulations, you probably figured out you are a digital marketer. So let's talk about the simple concept of social media. Many people ask, well, what should I use? Simple. Social media is any digital tool that allows users to quickly create and share content with the public. Social media. So media is a media platform. There's radio, there's digital, there's print, and then there's social. That means we all co-create in a medium that just happens to be digital. So Facebook is a social platform. See, Facebook, we take our time, we read the comments, or we comment on other things, or we watch a full-length video, or we binge watch a couple of videos in a row. LinkedIn, it is social, but it is more search. It's more intentional to looking for an article or company news or a job or posting a job. Instagram is definitely social, but the differential between Facebook and Instagram has a human element that still exists, which is communication, right? Instagram is up and heart, up and heart, up and heart. So there's not much communication in it unless you have real reach or real interaction with your followers. Pinterest, search. It's to look for pictures that you can click on and go buy a piece of clothing or an article or whatever it may be. YouTube, how-tos. All of us have done that. A check engine light on, how to remove it, right? Like we've all done stuff like that before. Twitter. Twitter is the fastest news outlet in the history of anything digital or print or media, because every second there's an updated news article on Twitter, and it's also the mecca of trolls as well. So be careful what you want to play. So let's talk about what it means to be on these social media platforms for you. Are you searching or are you actually being social? So let's get into it. I believe no matter what company, whether network marketing, influencer marketing, affiliate marketing, or whatever it may be, you should brand yourself. See, I have relationships, collaborations, and clients with different individuals globally around the world. And I'm very, very blessed that I have these relationships, right? But here's the thing. I've always branded myself because companies come and go, projects come and go, industries come and go, but I always wanted to have something that I own, something of myself. The other components to it, when you're branding yourself, it gives you the absolute abundance mentality, and the universe will expand more room for you. It allows you to have ownership of the content that you're creating. It allows you to feel the ownership. You can be on a coffee company, but if you're branding yourself, it's more of a personal matter. You won't quit on you. You may switch the car, the vehicle, the company, or whatever, but you'll never quit on yourself. So it's extremely important to brand yourself. When you're branding yourself, a lot of people, and how many of you would agree with me, by the way, whether you're in social commenting right now or on chat, you would agree with the concept that right now, today, more than ever, digital marketing and social media has become hype, exaggeration, hype / exaggeration. So instead of faking it until you're making it, we'd recommend that you faith it until you make it. Yes, it's gonna be hard. No one said it's gonna be easy. And if somebody tells you, oh, this is gonna be the easiest thing ever, unfortunately, they just don't know better. This means that you're going to struggle as you move through the process of followers, and you're going to have to become an up and coming leader. You're going to be recognized as a leader, but before you succeed, you must fail. All the accolades that I shared with you were great, but I was homeless before I had a home. I didn't know what I was doing, and I struggled and I failed miserably multiple times before I figured some things out in business. You have to earn your stripes in business, and those stripes usually come in learning experiences. See, I didn't say losing experiences, learning experiences. So go ahead and learn and let the ripple effect do what it does. Attracting secrets. See, it's not about being a great salesperson. That's a one component. It's not about being a great closer. That's one component. It's not about being a great recruiter. That's a one component, right? There's multiple components to building a business. But attracting, though, that's the very first piece. See, if you can attract people to come to you, everything else becomes a little bit easier. So many times people would say, Ali, but you don't understand. I don't have anything to add in value. I don't know what to teach. I don't know what to train on. What am I going? What kind of value I'm going to do? That very same mindset should be a piece of content. Hey, everybody, Ali here. So I have no idea what I'm going to train on today. I'm actually a little bit nervous. And I was curious, does anybody go through the same struggle? I hear all these teachers, all these trainers, see, I'm creating a content or a piece of conversational content that everybody who does not know what to talk about is going to talk about, right? You can absolutely do, you can be, do, have anything that you want. But, B-U-T, you have to understand a simple process that will allow you to create content. And that is ILT. See, right now you are investing time or money, or, whether you're on your cell phone, internet, you're investing something. Then you're learning from what you're investing. This content that I'm sharing with you right now, hopefully you're taking notes. When you go tomorrow or wherever you are around the world later on, and you do a Facebook Live, guess what you're going to do? Or an Instagram Live. Hey, everybody, I just got off an amazing webinar where they were teaching about attraction marketing and incentive-based marketing and understanding how to turn a prospect into a customer, yada, yada. And here are what I learned. So you invested your time, and then you're going to learn right now. Then you go and teach. ILT, invest, learn, teach. You have a bunch of books around you. You have access to YouTube. You have access to your notes from the last however many years that you've been doing this. Those are golden nuggets. Go live and just say, so today I found a note from my event that I went with John C. Maxwell, and here's what I learned. And you just are given the cheat sheet. There's nothing better in content creation than hacks, tips, and cheat sheets. People love that, and they will always come back for more. And that gives you the opportunity to engage with your comments, your likes. See, every time you get a like, comment, or share, send a message. Hey, thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. That's a conversation opener for you. Now, final thoughts on this very same piece is the reason that we struggle with insecurities is because we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else to the highlight reel of somebody else. I personally believe a little bit more than that, is that our self-image of ourselves is not up to par with where we're hoping to be. We think of ourselves the least. See, if somebody was around you, if right now I say, man, I feel like I'm discombobulated and nervous and I did bad, you'd probably send me a whole lot of love and say, no, dude, you're doing good. Keep your head up. You're doing great. You'll encourage me because it's an external force, not you. But your inner being, that self whom you are, you look in the mirror and say, I'm fat, I'm skinny, I'm ugly, I'm old, I'm this. You keep saying all of these I am identities that you're creating in your mind from bad self-image. Bad self-image that someone else or something else has embedded into us, a teacher, a parent, an old friend, whatever that may be. It is time for you to make the switch and realize how great you are. I shared a post earlier this morning, and a whole lot of people messaged me how thoughtful it was, but it was an actual quote from somebody that I follow. And it stated that God created the galaxy, the God that created the galaxies and the universe has created me as well. And I am just as perfect and as amazing. And that was a reminder of my inner being and my greatness. These are just visual hardware that's going to have wear and tear, but internally the software needs to be amazing. So you're going to need to work on that. We're here to help you out with that as well. There are 3 steps that you need in order to approach your prospects and turn them into valuable relationships that would lead to some transactions as well. Number 1 is connection. Connect with people. So you got to share, find the people who have shared interests. Go to Facebook or any platform, and there's usually a search bar. Write people who love soccer, people who love, Think and Grow Rich, people who love real estate, people who love to travel. You will find thousands and thousands and thousands of people that you can connect with. Influencers, people who you admire, people you look up to, people who are doing things that you want to do. Join groups. Go to those groups and just start interacting with people. Not in the comments. I'm not a fan of that. But if somebody posts something in a group that made the most sense for you, request or connect, follow whichever platform you are in, and then I'll send them a direct message. Hey, John Doe, I just want to say that last post, man, was fire. I hope it's okay that I sent you a friend request, and I'd love to connect with you if that's okay. See, I'm opening all of these connection opportunities because it is the human element that creates a conversation. And that conversation, ultimately, that person is going to hit me back with how about you? What do you do? And now the door just opened up for opportunities. Infotainment, that means information with entertainment. What I'm doing with you right now is infotainment. I'm giving you this information, but I'm just being myself. I'm being the fun guy, not the fun guy, the issue, the infotainment, the fun gentleman. Yeah, that's it. There you go. That I like to be. I like to have fun. I like to joke. I like to play around, right? So I do a lot of Facebook Lives, at least 3 times a week, sometimes 5 times a week. And those Facebook Live, I interact with people. I use StreamYard, which gives you a show type of elements. And it's branding my brand. And, it has the ability to, have tickers in the bottom. It shows highlights. It shows logo. It just does the entertainment components. Don't be weird. Actually, it's okay to be weird. It's okay to have fun with people. It's okay to mess up and laugh at yourself. So go live, go on videos, whether it's YouTube, pins, or whatever it may be. Make sure that you post things that matter. See, I can post about business all day. Nobody cares. I'm sure you realize that by now. You'll post a picture of a cat or a video of a baby. Oh my God, likes, comments, likes, comments, likes, comments, likes, comments. You put a picture of a home that you are listing or a picture of, a business conference that you're attending to, crickets, nobody cares. That's because most people relate to you, the human being, not the avatar, the business person. So post lifestyle, quotes, questions, iPhone or Android. Watch the Colts come out when you ask that question. Share value. Don't just post something about your business as if it's a flyer, because flyers get thrown out in the garbage. Ads get turned off and skipped. Emails that have a commercial, we swipe them away. You do it all day. Why do you think everybody else is going to pay attention to yours? So make sure you are sharing real human elements. Number 3 is it's okay to be transparent and vulnerable. One of my favorite things about myself, my hardware, my body, is my vitiligo. Right? Like, skin discolorization that, I call it God's natural makeup. I've been so blessed and I love me in every single way. It's okay to be yourself. My past has been fueled with trauma. We talk about it. I talk about it all the time because I want people to know I am as real gets. Because when people know you, they like you, they trust you. And sooner or later, give people time. They know if you're BS in your way and they will catch you. So you better be genuine when we're talking about being transparent and vulnerable. Okay. Last but not least is understanding that your social media assets are important to be presented appropriately. Your profile image needs to be a headshot, yourself, picture. It can be with a cell phone, but make sure it's your face. Don't put a picture of a dog or a logo or a business card. Cover image, something meaningful. Don't let it be a business card or a compensation plan or a listing of a house that nobody cares about that. You are to have something that is humanly connected, emotion, energy in motion. You're transferring your energy onto someone else, right? Last but not least, your bio. Your bio is about you creating relatability. So professional, academic, and personal. these three components. And for those of you who say, but I don't want to share my information, Google yourself. I guarantee you, you'll find your address, your phone number immediately. The world that we live in right now, we are automatically interconnected and exposed. The only thing that you can do is preventative measures. Two-factor authenticators, making sure that you receive a text message for somebody who tries to pull out your information or tag you or like, whatever the case may be, right? Don't try to impress people, just be relatable. I want to be as relatable to humanity as possible. I don't care about the fine, shiny objects. Last but not least is understanding attracting is what makes you money. It is not just selling or closing. You got to know how to attract people. So once you attract the individual from social media, this is where you turn into the business hat. So you got to know how to set up what we call an upfront contract. An upfront contract needs to be effective and efficient. It sets up the expectation for the meeting. Forget the closing. This is the meeting. You're not coming to meet with me just to meet with me. We're going to know what we're covering. The art of seeing your prospects sell themselves to you. And by the way, why? You have to look for objections. I love objections. They're opportunities. So the question I ask everybody all the time, do you love selling? Let's keep it real. I mean, listen, there are people who's like, I love selling. Great. You're one of the very select few. I don't. It's like, I don't want to sit here and bargain and go back and haggle about budgets and prices. What was your dream job? Was it selling? I bet you it wasn't. It was something else. And ultimately, eventually, you ended up in something within sales, right? Did your family and friends celebrate you as a hero when you let them know that you were going to be a salesperson? Like, yay, you're going to be selling stuff. Not really. Does everyone around you love sales? Not really. So by default, you got to understand that you're going to have a little bit of a pushback. But who's in charge of your freedom? What is it worth to you? Are you supposed to just follow the masses? Or maybe we can just even drop the M and say it's something else. Selling is a must in order for you to make it in leadership. See, the president of the United States don't care if it's one or the other. I'm just talking about the role, the position. We're not trying to get into political arguments. They're always selling an idea, a mindset, a way of doing things. And then the government needs to vote on it, right? I sell my wife every single day about the fact that this webinar that I'm doing right now that's taking time from our personal time is extremely important and it will have a return on investment. So be okay with selling. Here's the upfront contract. And this is going to be my closing slide for you. An upfront contract is when somebody agrees to meet with me, I don't just say, great, see you tomorrow. Here's the Zoom link. So I send, hey, just do me a favor, just fill out this document for me. What time are we meeting? How long are we meeting for? What is the goal of our meeting? Hopefully you take a screenshot of this one. What do I need to watch or read beforehand? Are we looking to make a decision or simply a meet and greet and an exploratory session? So you got to send this and you send it in an email. Hey, just as a reminder for tomorrow's meeting, here's what we're doing, how long we're doing it for, the goal of our meeting, and here's what I'm looking at. And let them confirm. So when that meeting is happening, 90% is done. You're just focusing on one thing and one thing only, closing. Closing, closing, closing. Now, I can show you and explain and educate you on everything that I just showed with you right now. And again, what I just shared with you right now has developed just in one organization that I'm working with right now from 125K to $1.1 million a month. And I don't share that to brag. All right, maybe I'm bragging a little, but it is to educate and give you enough conviction that you have to work on these elements. I know I was going fast because it is time for us to just obviously give you enough. Hopefully you can watch your recording and absorb this information. And by the way, stick with me until the end because I'm going to show you how me and you can do this again and again and again and again and again. But right now, you can have all the recipe, but if you don't have the tools to make the recipe come to life, if you don't have the chef by your side to make that recipe come to life, it's kind of irrelevant, right? So right now, I want to introduce you to my partner here and the CEO of Trip Valet, the gentleman that really brought this whole thing together. And I've had the privilege, I've known Jimmy for the last 9 years, and I've had the privilege to work with him for the last 3 years. And we've had an amazing, incredible run on an entrepreneurial community that we'll put together. And this is the phase that we believe is the best route to genuinely help entrepreneurs should create the next wave of people who genuinely have their own brand, have their own company, have their own movements, but they need the right tools, resources, and individuals to be around. He's been with his beautiful bride for the last 31 years, married for almost 27 years, and he's been an entrepreneur for the last 26 years. He's had a lot of success as an executive in the corporate world, being the fastest and most successful to the top in Reader's Digest when he was, in the corporate world. But then he transitioned into the entrepreneurial world. And whether it was through the financial services, whether it was through the health and wellness, whether it was through the travel business, he always disrupted and did everything possibly to win his way to the top. And no matter whatever happened, he always makes it right by everybody that's around him. And that's why I feel comfortable. My family feels comfortable to put my face next to his face and say, let's go ahead and do life once again. I am so excited and privileged to have this opportunity to collaborate, and let's do life together. Mr. Ezell, I'll pass it on to you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Madawi. Ollie, that was amazing. And man, guys, I know he was talking fast. Definitely go back and catch a replay if you need to, but the reality is later on, we're going to show you how you can keep going with us and be able to do this. And Ollie, I just want to thank you, man. Just amazing training, amazing nuggets. The whole purpose of this, guys, is to give you guys some things today to walk away. And now I'm going to put some of the finishing touches on it, because if you kind of know, we're going to talk about Trip Valet incentives. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen and dive into it. And I want you guys to know that what I want to talk to you guys about tonight, and maybe a new concept to you, for all of you that are watching this for the first time, is really one of the fastest ways to grow your business. And you've probably never thought about it in this way, right? And so, before I get started, I want to just get your permission to tell you a little bit more about me, because some of us, kind of like Ali, it's the first time you've ever met him and he gave you a little bit of his story. Let me just share with you mine. I am the founder and CEO of Trip Valet and Trip Valet Incentives, but I want you to know I didn't just grow up with a silver spoon, or I actually grew up in a hard, blue collar, hardworking family. And I didn't start out in the travel industry. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know what vacations were growing up. Here's what I mean. I remember on the weekends, my mom and I on Saturday and Sunday would go around to the local bars and we collect aluminum cans. True story. We go around and collect aluminum cans. Then I'd go down to the basement and we'd start collecting these big black trash bags full of aluminum cans. And then when we got enough, for all of you that live in the Kansas City area or know about this place, I lived in St. Joe, and I'd turn those aluminum cans in, and then we would drive 50 minutes to this place called Worlds of Fun. And that's what I thought a vacation was. My parents would say, we're going on vacation. And that's what I thought, because we were hardworking, blue collar family, right? Blue collar, hardworking family. And so we go, and that's what I thought vacations were, until I got married. And once again, not a lot of money. I took an Apple Vacation honeymoon. I took a little package from Apple Vacations, went to Cancun. And on that trip, my wife and I said, man, we're going to go travel the world. And so since then, we've been traveling the world. And then what happened in 2017 was I found out about this little thing called rate parity, which is the biggest sites in the world, Expedia, Priceline, which is now Booking's holding. They took about 10 years and they bought up all the sites. And that's why if you think about the last time you booked travel, you'll be like, yeah, all the sites are about the same. The prices are about the same. Well, that's rate parity until you find someone like us tonight. I'll lay myself and Jennifer, until you find someone like us that we're going to show you how you can travel differently. Okay, travel differently and also use travel to help you grow your business. So literally, we have helped thousands of entrepreneurs grow and scale their businesses every day, help them get more leads, more referrals, and keep their clients for life. So who is this for? Well, it's going to be for those looking for more business, right? Those that are wanting more leads and referrals, those that are wanting an easy and an inexpensive client retention program, those that are wanting to get results-based training to scale your business, and those looking for how to start a business conversation anytime and anywhere, and those looking to grow another stream of income without interfering with what you're currently doing, right? So who's this webinar not for? Well, it's going to be definitely not for lazy people, but if you're in our community, you're probably not that way anyways. And then also those that don't use the incentives as instructed, all right? Because you can if you do this right, you'll definitely get a return using these certificates. And the other thing is, this webinar is not for people that have a victim mentality. We are here to help people grow their businesses, for people that want to win. And so hopefully that's you. And then the other one is, if you're a part of our community, is people that enroll in what we call Shelf University. What you learn today, right? Don't just put it on the shelf and never use it. Definitely use it. All right. So let's talk about what is incentive-based marketing. Well, the Incentive Marketing Association uses simple terms. It's a structured plan to get people to do what you want them to do. Now, think about this. I want you to start putting on your business cap and be thinking about examples of things that you've seen in the marketplace today. How about this one? Join our coffee club and every 10th drink is free on us. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Probably one of these companies. Like, how about this one? T-Mobile Tuesdays. How many of your T-Mobile users, right? You get an incentive that encourages engagement by offering rewards for signing up, referring a T-Mobile customer, or making additional purchases. How about this one? Amazon Prime. I would say most of us are part of this incentive, right? Prime members, you get free 2-day shipping, a complimentary subscription to Amazon Video, and discounts on other services. How about this one? A $20 billion company, the McDonald's Monopoly Sweepstakes. See, on average, data shows that their campaign, okay, their annual campaign, when they do the Monopoly, it boosts their revenue 2 to 6% over the other months that they don't run this campaign. That is huge on a $20 billion company. So why is it necessary? Well, when you ask people to do something for you, they will often ask why. But when you ask people to give you money, they will always ask why. The job of an entrepreneur, a sales professional, and a business owner is to begin answering that question before the customer or client can even ask, okay? See, incentive marketing, what it does is it starts to distinguish yourself from your competition. See, now you get to compete against your competition in value and not price. See, here's the thing. If you're offering an incentive and I'm not, who's going to win that business 9 out of 10 times? You are, right? And see, instead of having to lower your prices to go to the bottom lowest price, you can compete on value. And that's what makes incentive-based marketing so important, right? 2017, the survey from Citigroup found that 86% of customers, okay, 86% of customers say that they are more loyal to brands that offer reward programs. So incentives definitely work, guys. Now, let me show you some. You've probably seen some of these before, right? Gift baskets, knife sets, flowers, wine, pens, coffee mugs. How many of you guys have used these? Coaching session, gift cards, welcome mats, handwritten notes, right? Stationery, ebooks, cookies, brownies, private masterminds. These are all incentive programs that probably all of you have either used or thought about using or are using today. Well, the problem with this is it doesn't create a lasting memory or experience like vacations do. As a matter of fact, there's probably some of you watching right now that have had clients come back from trips. I was just talking to Rob Thomas the other day. He had a client, come back from Mexico, and they were texting him all these amazing things that they said about the resort and their experience, and they'll never forget that trip. Bonus ninja tip: add a vacation to any of the above gifts, guys, and it's a memory that lasts forever. So let's talk about this. Boosting your business and building loyalty. See, the travel incentive industry itself has been around for over 30 years. See, most Fortune 500 companies use travel incentives, even some of them to the extent of creating $1 billion in excess of sales. Look at this, the Greater Bank of Australia, they ran a campaign and over $1 billion in new loans came in from running a vacation incentive. Industries that can benefit from vacation incentives. I saw you guys were popping in all the different industries you're in. Life insurance, P&C insurance, real estate, financial services, mortgage, e-commerce, cryptocurrency, contractors, travel, skincare, medical, dental, charities, marketing services, coaching, mentoring, health and weight loss. Guys, it works for all types of businesses. Now, let's start with entrepreneurs. How can you benefit? First of all, lead generation. Think about that. What's a new client worth to you? How do you do that? Well, a lot of people will use incentive to get people on their list. Okay, that's a big one. All right, here's another one, customer appreciation program, giving it to clients on their anniversaries and their birthdays. Chiropractors, the day they became one of your clients. Every year you send them a vacation. Same thing for the car sales guy when they bought a car from you. This is how you stay top of mind, TOMA, right? Gifts for referrals. Here's the thing, if you start to create a culture of giving people vacations every time they give you a referral, you send it out into your newsletter that, hey, listen, if you give me a referral this month and it does business, I'm going to give you a complimentary vacation. And we'll talk about that, what that looks like. Bids, appointments, and quotes. If you're a roofer, right? And every time somebody will give you the opportunity to go bid that job, right? You contractors, this is huge. Use an incentive. All right. Thank people. Okay. Special promotions, raffles, and giveaways. You can have endless fun with this, whether it's posting things on Facebook or in your groups, things like that, social media, whatever it may be, using special promotions with incentives. All right. Now let's dive into two niche markets that there's probably some of you are on here tonight or will be watching this. The first one is real estate. One of the ways is in exchange for getting a current home value. Okay. You didn't coerce them to list with you or nothing. You're just getting a home value, right? In exchange for being put on the MLS search drip campaign for potential homes. Okay, here's another one. As an incentive for attending and registering at an open house. We had an agent tell us that, for the first time, it seemed like in their open houses, they were actually getting real, legitimate email addresses. You realtors know what I'm talking about, right? And so when they put that information in there, on your sheets, to get a vacation, they got to put the right email. How about as a FSBO incentive? And we actually have a script that we can give you for that, and an expired listing incentive as well. Once again, a script to provide for that. These are great ways to use incentives, right? Vacation incentives to be able to generate new leads, new clients, things like that. How about as an annual birthday gift? Okay, TOMA, right? Top of mind awareness. Who does not want to get vacation for the birthday? Here's the thing. I want you to think about this for not the realtors, but everybody else. When was the last time your real estate agent sent you a vacation? Okay, sent you on a vacation, right? I just had one of the bigger ones here in Kansas City tell me they had a client come back from Vietnam on one of our programs, right? And so I just want you to know, this is how you start to separate yourself in the real estate industry. My favorite, most lasting effect is a home purchase anniversary gift every year. Think about this. One of the biggest purchases that they're going to make in their lifetime. And every year, right, you send them a vacation. We have some really great friends here in Kansas City that are actually the biggest ones, Keller Williams, EXP. A bunch of them that use this program. And every year clients are getting vacations for a thank you gift. And it's just great for top of mind awareness. Okay. Now let's talk about another industry that we work with. It's the insurance industry, right? So here's the first way: agent rewards programs for any type of achievement you desire. See, like if you're the broker and you want to start to use these for your people, right? Top producer, life applications, production lines, you can use it that way. How about for new agency owner referrals as well, right? If you guys are expanding, you can do that. And give it to people that will give you those referrals. How about as an incentive or appreciation for a new owner agent? Okay. Hey, if you do so much sales, or if you do this, in terms of production, right? You can get a vacation. Once again, birthday or business anniversary gift. I love this one on the anniversary of policies, right? Here's another one for huge personal savings on all travel. A lot of realtors, insurance guys, this program will save a lot of money on your personal travel as well. The delivery of a policy, not to induce them to do business with you, but when you deliver the policy, you can give them that one. And then, of course, the anniversary month of a policy. See, this is how you can constantly separate yourself. Once again, for people that aren't in the insurance industry, when was the last time your insurance agent sent you on a vacation? It's fun. It's awesome when we hear from, and I know some of our agents are watching this right here, this webinar tonight. Is that think about the ones that are using this, okay, keep using it, because this is what's going to separate you. If you're consistent, that's the key, being consistent in your business and building that culture of giving out vacations and creating those experiences with people. They're going to love you guys, right? So lots of companies are using travel incentives, guys. You can see some of the bigger ones here, and they're loving it because their people, their end clients remember them. And they appreciate these vacations that we're giving out. Now, why does it work? Well, guys, hotels have empty inventory, right? If you ask a hotel owner or owner group, they'll tell you that, if they could get 70% occupancy for the year, that's a good year for them. Well, that's a lot of empty rooms. So what we do is we fill those rooms with your clients, everybody. And what ends up happening is Those clients, those hotels, resorts are thankful because they have those vacant rooms. And here's where the big thing is. The resort hopes that you're going to eat at the bar, drink at the pool, get a massage. But here's the thing we didn't pick up when we first started this program is all the selfies, all the pictures that you do on vacations. And you guys know what I'm talking about. Everybody does this. Everybody. Anytime you go on vacation, it's probably the only time I really post is when I go on a trip because that's what we do, right? We love the show. We're having fun. People do that. And they'll always thank who sent them that vacation. And then that resort, of course, gets that publicity as well. And the typical savings are up to 80%. All right. So here's our new redesigned portal, guys. Many of you, if you haven't seen this yet, but this is what it looks like. You go in, it's got your travel portal, it's got your incentives where you send it, shopping, entertainment, all that kind of stuff. But when you log in, here's what ends up happening is you log in. And then you go into your back office and then you send that certificate. I'm sorry, you send that greeting to your end client. They receive it. They accept that gift certificate and that vacation certificate. And here's what the client needs to do, everybody. What they need to do is they need to reserve that vacation. Okay. So when you send it, they have 30 days to basically lock down that vacation. And they're going to pay anywhere from $19.95 to $24.95. Okay. Now, then they have 1 year to actually go on that vacation. Gives them some time to plan it. And here's what's great. Then the client will then fill out the reservation form. They pay the additional taxes and resort fees. That is all the client pays. You guys don't pay it. They pay all of this. Now, I will tell you this. I know some of our clients, some of our members, actually pay for their clients' activation fees and taxes. And you guys, of course, can do that, right? But just know this, you don't have to, and they can pay it all. Now, here's why it's super important that you understand this. The client completes the reservation form and they pay the additional taxes and resort fees. Now, I always tell people, it's kind of like if you've ever watched The Price is Right or Wheel of Fortune, you know how in the fine print, they say, if any contestants win this vacation, they're responsible for the what? Taxes and fees. Exact same thing here, guys. We don't pay that. Or someone has to pay that, and that's usually the end client. So the client receives the confirmation, they go on the trip, they come back, and they tell everybody how fun it was. Don't you want to be that realtor, insurance professional, that entrepreneur, that coach, whoever it may be, that your clients are talking about you when they're all around the dining room table, when they're all around in their dens and their front rooms talking about their vacation? They say, well, who sent you on that? When, they start talking about this vacation. They went to Mexico or they went to Greece or wherever they went, right? And then they say, yeah, you guys won't believe how amazing this vacation was. But here's what's crazy is my realtor sends me on vacation every year. My insurance, my growth coach, my business coach, right? My chiropractor. See, that is how you start to separate yourself, because we love it when our members tell us that their clients are enjoying these vacations. So guys, we have 5 vacation certificates, okay? All right. We have the largest selection of destinations in the incentive world, on the vacation incentive world, 6,500 destinations between these 5 vacation certificates, okay? Let me give you an example of one. If you were to go to this website called Vedanta, which is a huge brand in Mexico, okay? And you were to go there right now, because I do demos every day for people. You guys, some of you may even know what I'm talking about. And you went on their website, they would show to whatever, I guess I'm going to use this as an example. But when someone gets this certificate, they paid the activation fee of $24.95. They have a year to go. They're going to pay $350 for the entire week. Okay. Now they for the entire week for this resort, they pay $350. If you were to go on this website right now, you'd find out that, this is in real time, you could go, it's probably about $650, could even be higher. Can you see? That's per night. Can you see where the savings is? We want to make you the hero for your clients, right? They think you spent like a ton of money to get them down there, and which is great because you are doing a great service for them. But that's what incentive-based marketing will do for you, is because your end client's getting a high value vacation. Okay. Now, here's another example, because remember, we have them all over the world, right? This one here, this is a Bali resort. Look at this one. Same thing, $19.95, $379, right? And this is a 1-bedroom suite. So they upgraded. Normally it's like $329. So they upgraded to $379. And look at this, $274 per night, $19.18. but you paid, right at $400 for the entire week. How amazing is that? See, they're everywhere, these destinations that you can go. That's what I love about what we offer, is that we give you some variety, because you want to be able to go see the world, and your clients do too. They want that flexibility. Okay. Now, guys, just a little back in for all of you. Know this, we do have a Facebook group. We're actually shooting live in there now. We have a local support number. We have email support as well. We've got a marketing video team, an IT development team, a very robust back office, and proven success systems. Okay. Now, let me jump into our travel real quick, guys. We have an incredible travel portal that we actually sell by itself with escape trips. And that's actually how we started the company. We've got travel, shopping, entertainment portal, but I just want to share with you guys our platform highlights. Now, this is part of your membership as well. Over 1 million hotels and resorts, 500,000 resort weeks, 900 plus luxury vacation homes, 300,000 plus vacation home stays, 40,000 plus car rental locations, 145,000 plus activities, 2,200 plus golf courses, 15,000 plus cruise sailings, over 7 million event tickets at 18,000 plus ticket venues, 10,000 plus movie theater locations, 200,000 local deals, and a shopping portal with over 1,000 plus top national brands. Whew, that's a lot. So we have a very, very, very powerful portal that you guys can save money on your shopping, entertainment, and travel. Okay. And so definitely take advantage of that. And I want to just show you just one piece of it so you understand. Remember I told you about rate parity? Well, look at this. This is just an example. So you can go into your member portal and you'll see this. Like this is an example of like the Peninsula in New York. All the websites at this time are showing it for $64.47. Guys, you can see we sell it with tax for $3,078. Saves you $33.69. Okay. Here's another one, McCarran Hotel and Pool. Same thing like in New York. Everybody's selling it for $22.12. Guys, we sell for $1,091. It saves you $11.20. Guys, this pays for your entire membership for the year easily, right? One trip. And I love that. I just had somebody actually last night tell me that they went to Dubai and literally saved thousands of dollars on that trip, right? Through the portal. Okay, snuck off, went to Dubai and had an amazing time and saved a ton of money. I love hearing those stories. Plus, you get travel credits for future free travel. Okay, and so we have a lot of people that are really enjoying the membership, and you can see what happens here is that they're saving $374 here, saving $314 there, saving $192 there, saving $857 there. I mean, lots and lots of people getting incredible value on the travel membership. Now, here's what's great is that we have 110% price match guarantee. That's how confident we are. Many of you have used our platform know, or maybe have heard about it. Lots and lots of savings in that program. Okay. All right. So how can you take advantage of this, guys? Is that you can take advantage of it. We have a pro membership, which is $97 a month. Think about that. Okay. All the things that I just showed you, it's $97 a month. And then an annual plan of $997, okay? And you get all the certificates, you get the travel portal, all that kind of stuff. All of it is included. But because you're on here tonight, everybody, we've got a huge special that we want to share with you. A webinar special offer. You can get 2-year membership, okay? Part of our relaunch for 75% off, basically, guys, for only $497, okay? So what you want to do is go to tripvalletincentives.com and go ahead and grab one of these memberships, okay? You can save 75% with these programs. Now, we have 2 of them. We have the one with the escape trips, because we are opening the escape trips up for all of the members. And Trip Valley Incentives, we're going to really crank these up. We're going to have a lot of fun. Ali and I and Jennifer, we can't wait till we start traveling again with all of you. We're going to have a great time on these. But that $1297 includes the $497 plus a 3-day, 2-night escape trip. Now, escape trip, basically, you come off the plane, you've got to sign with your name on it. You have a transfer to the hotel, a private check-in. You've got a welcome reception, discounted excursions, and then, of course, like a farewell party. So that's what that is, right? And destinations picked there, guys. Now, here's the thing. We're going to have lots of these, but this one will apply to either Mexico, Jamaica, or the Dominican Republic when those escape trips are launched. And so you can pick whichever one you want to go. I know it says Mexico only there, but we're going to open it up for those others because those will all be about the same for that particular escape trip. But here's the thing, the big one, guys, is this $497, for 2 years, no monthly fee, just so you're completely clear. And guys, this is limited. We are only going to offer this for a certain amount of people, and then we will shut this down. Then we'll go back to our normal pricing at $97 a month. Now, I want to bring Ali back on here, and he's going to help close us out, guys, because imagine having the things that you just heard from Ali, right? And imagine having, I think he's got a special announcement for you tonight, but having training wrapped around the incentive-based program. This is why I'm so excited to be, with Ali, because I know the impact that him and I together can do. We've done it before. Tens of thousands of people have been exposed to some incredible training. When you put all this together, we're going to really help light up a lot of people's businesses. And so what I want to do is I want to turn back over to Ali to help close us out tonight. Ali, back to you, sir. Yes,
sir. Thank you. And I would love it if you can drive me next to the next slide, because how many of you would agree? It's Ali, you did great. Maybe I can get a little 10% of what I think I did good. Give me 10% of that credit. But I was going fast, and I was going fast to respect your time, because the goal was to keep this under an hour. And if we have to stick around to answer some questions from the chat, we'd more than love to do that for you. But here's what I want to make sure that, you're taking advantage, because, this is a 2.0 of Trevally. This is a new day. And obviously we want to work with those who want to take advantage. So obviously you definitely want to make sure that you are going to tripvalleyIncentives.com. And this is a fast action bonus. This is where you take action, because action takers, doers, they make things happen, right? And the one thing that I learned from the people, Damon John from Shark Tank, he always says the best candidates that have ever come through Shark Tank were the decisive ones. They made a decision right away. So here's the thing. Be one of the very first 10 people to join us. And not only we're going to give you access to a special marketing and social media training by yours truly and by our social media educator, Maria Alejandra. And Maria Alejandra is 10 times better than me when it comes to social media. She's in her mid-20s and she literally speaks algorithm. She knows all the little nitty-gritty things that you're gonna want to be part of. And of course, we're also going to have a live drawing for a major press release announcement. That will be you that we're going to be featuring in a full-blown press release. Of course, we want to work with you a little bit, make you look like a superstar, give you the information that you need and the recipe, and cook alongside with you, and then feature you to the world. So you gotta take action right now. Last but not least, and this is maybe premature, but I think we're just about ready. And Mr. Ezell can give me a thumbs up if I'm on track with this announcement. The fact that we were going so fast, for some people, you're going to need to watch the replay again and again and again. What if I tell you we're also adding a whole library of recorded videos, on-demand videos? And as of today, we submitted, I think, 60 to 70 different videos that yours truly has prepared for you. And we go from Facebook essentials, and I mean recording my screen, telling you, here's how you change your bio. Here's what you need to write in here. Here's what you want to do in here. Here's how you look at stories. Here's how you create a reel. Here's how you do the Facebook anatomy, and so on and so forth. Then we have Instagram essentials. Then we have LinkedIn essentials, sales essentials, the psychology of marketing, the 7 rules of negotiating, and I can go on and on and on and on, but these are ready to go, and they're going to be available and grandfathered for those individuals who take action right now. Mr. Ezell, please correct me if I said anything that is not accurate.
I'm just surprised we're giving it away already, but yes, I love it. Let's do it.
Yes,
let's
please.
Go,
thank you. And this is for those action takers. So, and this is just an appetizer. Trust when I tell you. But here's the one thing that I've learned. I've had the privilege to work with Sandra Harry, which they're Six Sigma Management Institutes. They work with 87 of the Fortune 100 companies. They've mentored me since 2017. And one of the things that they always say, take advantage of us now while we're still available. Take advantage of us now while we're still reachable. Take advantage of us now while we're still available to you in Zooms, Q&As, and so on and so forth. I don't claim to know it all, folks, but do yourself a favor. Feel free to Google my first and last name. I've never been sued, and I've never sued, and I'm squeaky clean. I have the the gift of scaling companies and working with struggling entrepreneurs. And the struggling entrepreneurs doesn't mean you're broke or don't know what you're doing. It simply means you feel somewhat stuck where you are right now and you need to get to the next level. And by having access to Trip Valet, by being a member of Trip Valet and Trip Valet Incentives, you now have access to me and all of the experience and the stuff that I figured out over the years. So you too can be the next story. You too, whether you go all the way back to my homeless days, to my limited beliefs, to my sabotaging days, all the way to I now grateful to God that I have the opportunity to do what I do globally in different parts of the world. So take action right now and let's get to work together. You are the one that your team, your organization, your family desire for you to be. You do not have any more excuses, not now, not ever. And if you say, I just need to make a little bit more money, you're being selfish. And you're going to say, well, how am I selfish? I just want a little bit more. You're being selfish because you're only thinking about your pockets. If your mindset is, I just want to go from point A to point B, you are missing the point. The role of an entrepreneur is to provide solutions, not just for him or her, but everybody around us. Is to create opportunities, is to hire people, is to give them opportunities that they've never had otherwise, is to help your spiritual organization, whether it's a mosque, synagogue, or church, is to help nonprofit organizations, is to help those who are around you and I who are not fortunate to have the talent that you have. That's what I live by. That's what I operate with. And sometimes it's not popular opinion. Sometimes it's not what everybody's going to agree with. But this is what I made my goal with. This is what I know. I know business. And this is what I'm going to use as a tool to fix, organize, help, do whatever I got to do, whether it is my 5-year-old school district that I didn't agree with their values and I fixed them because of the entrepreneurial spirit that I have and the resources that it generated, or is for you, the person that knows their gift, but they just needed somebody to be their mirror and remind them of how great they are. So ladies and gentlemen, tripvaletincentives.com. I look forward to working with you. Go ahead and grab the package that is best for you. Obviously, you know what is valuable, but get in where you fit in and let's get ready to change the world through changing your business. I appreciate you. Now, thank you. I think it is a wrap. And until next time, have a blessed day, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.